Most men assume desire in women works the same way it does for men: sudden, visual, and immediate. But psychology tells a very different story. In fact, there are specific emotional and psychological moments when women feel the strongest desire, and most men completely miss them. Today, we're going to talk about when women actually feel the most desire, what triggers it psychologically, and why understanding this can completely change the dynamic of your relationship. Because attraction is not just physical. For many women, it's deeply psychological. Let's start with the first important truth. Female desire is rarely spontaneous. For many men, attraction can happen instantly. A visual cue, a moment of chemistry, or physical attraction can immediately trigger desire. But for many women, desire works differently. It's often responsive rather than spontaneous. That means desire grows in response to emotional connection, safety, and psychological engagement. So if a man is expecting instant signals or immediate physical enthusiasm, he may assume something is wrong. In reality, the environment simply hasn't activated the psychological conditions where desire naturally grows. And this brings us to the first moment when women often feel the strongest desire. One of the strongest psychological triggers for desire in women is emotional safety. When a woman feels relaxed, respected, and emotionally understood, her mind is no longer occupied with stress, tension, or defense. And when the mind relaxes, desire has room to appear. If a woman feels pressured, judged, or emotionally disconnected, the brain prioritizes protection over attraction. But when she feels calm and secure around a man, the brain shifts into a state where attraction and intimacy become possible. This is why emotional presence and communication are often far more powerful than men realize. Another powerful trigger is feeling genuinely wanted. But this is not about crude attention or constant compliments. It's about a man expressing attraction in a confident and emotionally aware way. When a woman senses that a man is attracted to her but not desperate for approval, it creates a psychological balance that many women find deeply attractive. Confidence communicates stability, and stability allows attraction to grow. Desire often grows strongest before the moment of intimacy. Psychologists call this the anticipation effect. When there is playful tension, flirtation, and emotional buildup, the brain releases dopamine, the same chemical associated with excitement and reward. This is why long-term couples sometimes struggle with desire. Routine replaces anticipation. When everything becomes predictable, the brain receives less stimulation. But when a relationship includes small moments of mystery, curiosity, and emotional playfulness, anticipation returns, and with it, desire often increases. Emotional connection is one of the most underestimated factors in female desire. For many women, attraction is deeply tied to how emotionally connected they feel to their partner. If emotional distance grows, desire often fades with it. This doesn't mean attraction disappears permanently, but the psychological pathway to desire becomes weaker. Conversations, shared experiences, and emotional openness can restore that pathway. And when emotional connection deepens, physical attraction often follows. Respect plays a surprisingly powerful role in attraction. If a woman feels dismissed, ignored, or taken for granted, desire tends to decrease. But when a man consistently shows respect for her thoughts, boundaries, and individuality, something interesting happens psychologically. Respect builds admiration, and admiration often fuels attraction. Many long-term relationships lose passion not because love disappears, but because respect slowly fades in daily interactions. Before we continue, a quick note. This video and channel are for educational purposes only and do not provide medical advice. Always consult a qualified professional for medical concerns. Now, here's an important insight many men don't realize. Stress is one of the biggest killers of desire. If a woman is overwhelmed with work pressure, emotional tension, or mental fatigue, the brain prioritizes survival and problem solving over intimacy. That's not rejection, it's biology, which is why emotional support, patience, and understanding can have a powerful impact on attraction. So, when do women feel the most desire? Often, it's when several psychological factors align: emotional safety, genuine attraction, anticipation, emotional connection, respect, and reduced stress. When these conditions exist, desire can grow naturally, without pressure, without forcing it. And understanding this can dramatically change how men approach relationships, because attraction is rarely about one perfect moment. It's about the emotional environment you create together. Many men spend years trying to understand attraction through techniques or quick fixes, but real desire often grows from something much simpler: emotional presence, confidence, respect, connection. When those elements exist consistently, attraction doesn't have to be forced. It appears naturally. If you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments. What do you think creates the strongest attraction in a relationship? And if you want more psychology-based insights about confidence, attraction, and building stronger relationships, consider subscribing to the channel, because understanding human psychology can change the way you approach relationships forever.